sweating are ready. So I'm gonna start the framing today. I don't have the solar quite in. That's the one thing I'm kind of waiting on. So I got 1 inch by 6 inch boards that are pressure treated that are just gonna go up in the corner. Most of the framing in the van is gonna be done with these. And I've got about 18 of them, which totals up to a ridiculous amount of footage, somewhere in the 300s, 400s, I don't know, it's up there. 18 times 8, anybody? Anybody? Not me. Or 18 times 8, carry the 1, carry the 6. I'm actually going to do this in my head now. So we got 18 times 8, we got 6, 1 times 8, we got 146 foot, 146 feet. Might be 164. It's 164 feet. 144 feet. Oh my gosh. Somebody get this man a calculator. 144 feet of these, I believe. And then we've got about 20 feet of these 1x6s. The biggest thing I think is just measuring. I took a lot of time just staring at the walls. I'll kind of show you around in there and show you what I mean by taking a lot of time to stare at the walls, because it's just a funky setup. It's nothing's normal in there. This is the beam I'm most worried about when framing. It just juts out at random angles. It's not straight down. Okay, let me kind of explain how I'm gonna frame my van. I'm by no means knowledgeable on this subject at all. I'm just gonna do it based off what I've seen on the internet and where I'm putting stuff in the van. So just for example, I've got a overhead cabinet here. That's what I'm planning to put here. So I'm gonna have a 1 inch by 3 inch strip go across these supports laterally pretty much the whole way. And then I'm also going to have those 1 inch by 6 inch strips tacked up here, and those should be really sturdy. And then in between the two, I'm going to take about, I think it's about 10 inches of a 1 inch by 3 inch strip and just screw those into both sides of this one, and that'll connect it, and it'll be this really rigid piece of wood that you can kind of grab onto, but then eventually we'll just screw into those and make our stuff very sturdy. Welcome back to Noodles and Kirby Cut Wood. Today, Noodles is helping me cut wood. Alright, so what you're going to do is you're just going to push that wood a little bit to the line, and then when you're ready, just pull down on the trigger, and pull down and kind of, Jesus. I hope PETA's not watching this. It's scary for cats. It's scary. Don't do that! Don't do it. No, I don't need to change the angle, Noodle. I don't need to. He's like, yeah, if we just unlock this. And watch. This dude's freaking crazy. Noodle, no. He goes right under the saw. He says, chop my head off? That's a great idea. Noodles, you gotta find a spot to sit. Mark the wood! Let me mark the wood! Almost. Sneak attack! I cut this piece a little too tall, which is technically the second time I messed this piece up. I'm just gonna live with this one though, it's fine. Riv nut tool. Basically it just keeps going like this, and it just says repeat step DE at least BC times to ensure that the nut is fully tightened. D. It's step 1 through 6. And how many times is BC times? Yeah, and then I just squeeze, takes a little bit of force. I just don't have a little bit of force to give at this point. You can kind of see maybe like the bolt does a little wibble wobble like that. So that's how I know it's not tight yet. That's how I'm gauging it. Spread it, thread it, squeeze. Still got some wobble to it. Oh. We just drilled all these out with the step up, so it was an existing hole. Now I want to try to add 2 extra holes with the drill, same size, but just with a full drill bit, and add my own hole into here at about the same level. So I can add 1 more rivet here, and then they must have forgot one here because it's not symmetrical otherwise. Now it's symmetrical. Everything's right in the world now. Easy. So yeah, that's all I'm doing right now is I'm gonna go do pilot holes around all of these with this drill, and then come back in with the step-up drill and get these all to be the exact size of the rivets. After 2 days of working on it, we have a decently sized rivet nut in our van. I'm okay with that. All right, so with the corner framing, it's gonna be at an angle similar to this, not exactly this, but for this, I need to cut a straight angle onto my thicker board. So right now, all of my 6 or 1x6s are rounded on the ends. So I just need to make one flat end so that the smaller 1x3s that I'll use for like kind of cross framing can just boom, be nice and flush and flat like this is. I was gonna show you guys, so with these like bolts, you have to be so exact with the placements to get them up. So I've gotten like 3 up, but you've got to be so exact, especially on these smaller pieces. There's not much wiggle room. Just for example, this piece of wood here, I'm off by like maybe a fraction of like a very small fraction of an inch from where those holes are. And I've had to redo this piece like 3 or 4 times. Hoping I can get it right on this try, I guess, because I'm running out of wood. Now we've got my piece with some Play-Doh imprints, and I'm praying that this one works. I've got it pretty accurate. I'm just gonna make the exact same holes, and then I'm gonna drill out the exact same imprint. I'm gonna drill right in that exact spot, and hopefully the drill doesn't slide. What I've been running into is that I go to like drill in, it'll just kind of slide like maybe 1/8 of an inch, and that'll cause an issue. That's your home. Why don't you want to go to your home? It looks like I'm dead. Okay. Sick. You do not know how freaking hard I worked just to get that one piece up. That was like what stopped me yesterday. I got sawdust in my nose. Oh god. What stopped me yesterday was because I had to redo that like 3 or 4 times and it just nothing was working. So I was like, I'll stop, sleep on it, come back, take it slow, and then I did it. Round of applause for me. On the board it's gonna be as far as left and right, and then I push my Play-Doh down for imprint. So, or stick to the thing. So now I'm gonna stick it up about as high as it goes. Press in, should give me a good imprint. So now we've got boop and boop. Perfect. Like so. Almost flush. Man, it's so close. Let's try it again. I think that's the number right there. 37 degrees. Ding, ding, ding. We have a winner. That one might be the sturdiest piece of framing in the whole band. And then that's gonna have those pieces I cut earlier, boom to boom, 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 you know. Looks good though. So I'm probably gonna put one here, one here, one here, and one here, and then my cabinet's like not going anywhere. Let's go! All right, so now I'm gonna pocket screw every single one of these 4 times. Being careful about the wood thickness because of that angle. Otherwise, it should be good. Knock these out real quick. So I got all the top framing parts in, some more pretty than others. Curious to see if there's like a little like maybe 1/4 inch bump out on one of them, like how the wall will go in, if it'll go in flush or not. I'm sure it will, it's pretty thin plywood. But now I'm gonna do the big middle pieces and then I'll do the floor after. So I've got the middle framing up now. Put all, I think it was 11 boards up. I did, let's count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I put 7 boards over here, 4 boards over here. And I'm debating now, so this is gonna maybe be bumped in a little bit, the wall. I'm hoping, because otherwise I've only got 70 inches to sleep in and I'm 70 inches, 70 and a half, 73/4 maybe on a good day. We're free to cut these floor ones and then bottoms get screwed into the subfloor, top gets screwed into the framing, and then we got a completely framed van. Look at that. Progress, man. Interior progress is so exciting. Like, I think if you're working on it and you get stuck on like the solar like I did, or the fan or the window or swivel seat, all that stuff gets like bogs you down because you don't see any real progress until you finally get to like really going on the interior. Then it starts to really look right and you get, your spirits get cranked up. Okay, so I just got done pocket screwing every single board. This is the final batch. This is the ones that touch the ground. And I think I've got about, you know, maybe a whole board's worth of sawdust right there. So that was just a lengthy process of pocket screwing. Now it's time to install these. These will be the last pieces of the framing. Then we'll be done framing the van, which is nuts to think. So I felt like I was making no progress, and now I'm making like all this progress. It's exciting. Okay, I put the last bit of framing in. I made sure to get extra where the solar charge controller was gonna be, but now everything is framed. I'm happy with it. We got some on that side. Goes all the way up. I'm excited about it. I'm happy with it. So I actually started this video like a month ago when I bought all this framing wood and like started cutting the longer bits to size. And so it's been a while. I really thought I could knock this out a lot earlier in my progress than I did. But this took me like 2 days really to get the walls. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. If you want to tag along for the van build, subscribe for more. I appreciate it greatly. Anyway, have a great day.